It's a boxing day. Boxing? Really? We talking about boxing? Really? Boxing? On today's episode of Baseball King Collectibles. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to a special edition of Baseball King Collectibles. It is a boxing night. That's right. It's a Netflix and chill night. That's right, guys, because tonight is Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. It's the long time battle. They were supposed to fight back in, I believe, June or July, and that was postponed because Tyson had a little stomach issue. But the battle is on tonight. It's Iron Mike back in the ring after a 20-year layoff against a 30-year younger opponent. 58 years old. He struggled against Roy Jones Jr. About 5 years ago. He could barely get through that fight. And this is going to be 8 rounds, 2-minute rounds, 14-ounce gloves for you non-boxing people out there. I can fill you a little bit about this. Is this a stunt? Is this a gimmick? Is this a real sanctioned? But what's going to happen? Is this staged? Is this the WWF? What's going to go on tonight? We don't know. But this has been done before. There's little things like this with big names, you know. George Foreman did something. What did he do in 1995? Okay, it was the Foreman versus 5. That's right. He fought 5 different boxers on the same night. He knocked them all out. He knocked them all down. He knocked out 3 of them. 5 boxers on the same night. George Foreman versus 5. Isn't that crazy? And that was just after he lost to Ali. He lost the title. He was just like doing crazy stuff at that point, you know, and before he was out of boxing then for a while. And then he came back, of course. And then in 1970, the next year, Muhammad Ali took on the Japanese wrestler Antonio Inoki. He was a big star in Japan, I believe. Huge MMA wrestling type of guy. And they went 15 rounds. Muhammad Ali went 15 rounds with this guy. And it was a draw. So was that legit? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But, you know, this is what went on. This is what, you know, kind of like proceeds something like this. Is this real? Is this what's going on? We don't want Mike to get hurt. We don't want Jake Paul to get hurt because, you know, Mike Tyson is still very strong. I mean, I wouldn't want to get punched in the face by Tyson because, you know, what happens then, you know, then you realize you're in a fight, Jake Paul. So, you know, like these stunts have been done before, but Foreman, like I said, he fought 5 Joe Palookas, knocked them all out. Ali fought the wrestler, boxer, and he got kicked in the legs. And the referees, he was allowed to. He got kicked in the legs a count of 107 times that night, Ali. His legs were sore as hell the next day, but 15 rounds. These guys now to 10, now to 8 rounds, down to 8 rounds, 2-minute rounds. So anyway, tonight's fight, of course, is been, you know, billed as the, you know, big. You know, the tail of the tape tonight, you could see 30-year difference, the weight difference. This guy's, Paul is a big bulked up guy. Tyson's, you don't have to say what Tyson's all about. We all know what Tyson's all about, you know. So before I get all my autographs, you know, I got a lot of autographs of Tyson. Don't think I don't. This is a Tyson autograph show as well, guys. I forgot to tell you that. I should tell you that at the beginning. But yeah, I got my Mike Tyson autographs. I met him a couple times. So, but yeah, his last fight was 20 years ago, and he didn't do well then. You know, he sat in the corner and kind of like gave up against another Joe Palooka. You know, his last 2 fights. So, you know, he lost to who was he? Burst on the scene early 85. We all know his career of Tyson. 85, boom. He was Iron Mike. He was, at that point, the baddest man on the planet, as he would say, you know. And he was. I wouldn't want to mess with him if I was a boxer. He was knocking one guy. He was knocking these guys out 1-rounders, no 2-rounders. It was quick knockouts, you know. And then finally met up with Holyfield. Holyfield, he took care of him twice. And, of course, we all know what happened with the ear fight, right? That was a big famous fight. And after that, you know, he lost to Lennox Lewis after that, and he never really recovered from any big fights after that, Mike. And it was pretty much, his career was downhill at that point. But I wouldn't want to fight him. You wouldn't want to fight him. He was still 50 wins, 44 knockouts, all right? Of course, the infamous Buster Douglas night, that really was a shock. That was one of the biggest shocking of the 20th century, that fight, they say. That was one of the biggest upsets of all time. I mean, Tyson, Buster Douglas was a nobody at the time. Tyson just got knocked out by him. It was like, wow. It was like, wow. It really was one of those moments in time. So, you know, but anyway, it's Jacob. What has Paul done? Who is he? Who is this Paul guy? You know, he's 10-1. He fought one of his big fights was against Nate Robinson, the 3-time NBA dunk champion. That's right, the same 5'9" Nate Robinson, my height. You know, I don't know how he did it. I used to be able to touch the rim, you know, good jumping, you know. But the dunk, nah, not even close. I don't know how he did it with amazing dunks, but 3 times, and he got knocked out 2 rounds. He knocked him out, Jake Paul, and Robinson he was hurt. He really got hurt in that fight, So I wouldn't want to be anywhere near Jake Paul in the ring. This guy's like a bull, and he's been putting on weight. He's trying to make it more massive so he could take the punches better. Does that work? I don't know. You've seen guys twice the size of Tyson fall, but 58. I mean, he's 58. And like when I met Tyson, at that point, pre-tattoo days, you could see the photo, no tattoos. So 2 times I did meet him, and he was great every time. There was no issues each time. Let me show you what I got autograph-wise, because you've been waiting for that. You don't want to hear that. I'm going to give you my prediction, too. Got a prediction coming up. But here's my Tyson autographs. Here's one. This was the first one I ever got from him. Beautiful, right? Nice and big and bold and nice. There's a nice, just classic boxing pose to him. That's worth the money. It depends on the action shot. Some are worth, like Holyfield with the air shot, I'm sure is worth more money signed. Every picture, like I said, pictures matter when you're getting, if you want value. Me, I just want the autograph. I don't care what it's signed on. Here's another one with the belt. With the face and all that. He's vicious. All pre-tattoo days, too, of course. Alrighty. Those are 2. And these are the better ones, I think. They're all great. Better ones, I say. Right? There's 2 Sports Illustrated. This one is from 1987, I'm sorry. When Pete Rose was in trouble up there, too. You can see that, right? King Mike. He was just unbelievable back then. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated many times. He was just a top athlete. Everybody in the world knew him. He was as big a name as now, like, say, Trump, Muhammad Ali. At that time, everybody knew Mike Tyson. The planet, like I said, baddest man on the planet. Everybody knew who he was. No doubt about it. And here's a complete one. The other one was just the cover. And these are my originals, too, guys. These are my original magazines. This was just the cover, see, flimsy. But this is a full magazine. A full, I took them out of the covers, out of my plastic protectors just because of the glare. So you can see better. Look, he knew not to sign on the black. He's let me tell you, in person, a little nervous going up to him the first time I ever saw him, but Jesus, he makes you so relaxed. He makes you feel like you know him, like you're his buddy. So relaxing to speak to him. Really nice guy. I never be ashamed to ask him for his autograph. I'm afraid to, because he's gonna go out of his way to sign his autograph for you. He's really that nice. You wouldn't think it. It's his demeanor, but no, he's great with fans. Really great with fans. And prediction time. All right, my prediction. Let's get the crystal ball out. All right, crystal ball. What do we see? Oh, here it is. It's gonna be Mike Tyson by a KO in 4. That's the prediction. What do you think of that? What do you think? Let me know. And don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell, like, do all that stuff, because my algorithm needs help. And don't forget to tune in, please, for the next episode of Baseball King Collectibles.